Hi, my name is Daquanis Harvey. I'm a financial well-being coach for Operation Hope. I've been in the Macon area now for a little over 4.5 years, and what we do is make financial literacy accessible for all through our credit and money management workshops, to our one-on-one consultation, as well as our homeownership workshops and our homeownership consultations as well. All right, so some of the advantages of home ownership are going to be owning a home will allow you certain tax write-offs. You definitely want to check with your tax preparer to ensure that they're right for you. But one of the advantages is tax write-off. You also get the opportunity for legacy, being able to leave something for your heirs, your children. Also, it's an opportunity to create wealth because, as you know, having a home it should appreciate every year. Usually in the realm of 3% or so every year, and to the point where if you left it to somebody else, $100,000 house could be worth $250,000 house, and that could be used for leverage. So small business opportunities and things like that. One other thing I want to mention is that it's also good because it's stabilizing. It stabilizes the housing expense, meaning that rent usually appreciates every year and it goes up every year. But when you buy a house at a fixed rate, that payment that you have is going to be the same payment for the remainder of that term. So those are some good things to think about that are some advantages of home ownership. All right, some of the disadvantages of owning a home are the decrease in mobility in the event that you have to move due to a job change or job loss. You won't have the ability to move as quickly because you have to sell that home. Another disadvantage is the fact that the value could depreciate over time. Let's say, for example, like the market that we're in now, values are holding strong, but there's a possibility that the values could go down temporarily. But usually they normally would rebound in a couple of years or so. The other thing is that any repairs or maintenance that you are responsible for. So any additional costs, repairs, if you've got to, fix a hot water tank, it's also your responsibility. Those are some of the disadvantages. But of course, when you're weighing the two, there are a lot more advantages of home ownership than there are disadvantages. Aside from the tax advantages, aside from the increase in equity, aside from the way that you can leverage the home in the event you have a business idea, an opportunity, beside the way in the fact that your monthly outflow when it relates to home ownership is fixed and that it doesn't change with the increase in time due to inflation, you also get a sense of dignity and a sense of pride in ownership. And I think that's probably one of the most important things that you can feel as it relates to owning a home. All right, so when it comes to assessing your situation and looking at purchasing a home, some of the things you might want to consider is, do you have um, income, consistent income? Most banks like to see that you have at least 2 to 3 years of the same income, which means you're in the same field of work. You also want to determine how much house can you truly afford. How long are you planning to live in the home? Because some down payment assistance programs require that you be in the home for, said many of years. So, like for example, with the first-time homebuyers program, there is a 5-year window that you have to remain in that home through the Georgia Dream program. Some other things that you want to consider is what is your total cost of ownership and how much money do you have saved? Because most lenders are going to want you to have some skin in the game. When it comes to the Georgia Dream program, we're looking at about $1,000 in the game. That will be in the form of your earnest money, of course, your appraisal, your inspection, and a lot of banks charge an application fee. So those are some things you want to consider when you're assessing your situation and looking to start the process of becoming a homeowner. One of the things that I highly recommend when it comes to preparing for homeownership is going to be coming together with your personal finances, being financially disciplined and responsible, making sure that you don't have any overdrafts on your bank statements because the banks are going to ask for those bank statements, making sure that you don't have any large cash deposits or cash withdrawals from your account, and really just tracking how you spend your money prior to purchasing a home, so that you can get a true picture of what you really can afford. I think that's the difference between getting a home and maintaining or staying in your home, and that's going to be becoming a financially disciplined person. I definitely believe that homeownership is the American dream. However, it may not be the best decision for everyone at a given time. But I do believe that if and through hard work, everyone can be a homeowner.